Hello and welcome to the 6th lesson in English for grade 8. During the last 5 lessons, we have been doing and discussing different activities related to the Unit 1, Plan the Work, Work the Plan. So today also, we will be continuing a couple of exercises or activities related to the same unit. So as the first activity today, we will be doing an activity from your English Pupils book. So we will be doing activity 1.8, which is in page 9. As usual, before moving on to the activity, let's see what you are going to learn from this activity. So the learning outcomes will be you, the students, will be able to identify the simple poetic techniques used and also will be able to express their ideas, feelings, emotions in simple sentences. So if you turn to your page 9, you will see that this activity is related to a poem by Robert Frost. So from this poem, you will be able to see some techniques which are used when we write poems, and also you will learn how we can express our feelings to others. If you have turned to page 9 in your English Pupils book, you will see that the poem which we need to read today is A Time to Talk by Robert Frost. So before moving on to reading this poem and also to answer some questions related to the poem, let's get to know about Robert Frost, who is the author of this poem. So here you can see some information related to Robert Frost. So let me read it for you. Robert Frost, 1879 to 1963. So what do you mean by this 1879 and 1963? Yes, Robert Frost was born in 1879 and he has died in 1973. Or rather, 1963. So now I will read this information for you. Robert Lee Frost was an American poet in the 20th century. However, his first publications were in Great Britain rather than America. Frost's poems are highly regarded due to their realistic depictions of rural life and his eloquent command of the English language. Most of the poems written by Frost deals with complex social and philosophical themes. I hope you might have got some understanding about Robert Frost, but I will give you a little bit of more details related to what is included here. So it says, this author was an American poet because he has born in America in the 20th century, but his work, the first publications, have been done in Great Britain. So do you know which country is Great Britain? It is another name used for England. So it says, Frost's poems are highly regarded. So what do we mean by highly regarded? That is, people consider that his work are very valuable because realistic depictions, that means he has produced some poems which explains real life situations of rural life, the life people have in villages, and also because he has fluent capability of English. Eloquent means fluent. That means somebody is having good skills in some area. So in this case, Frost had good skills, knowledge in English. Further, it is said that most of the poems written by Frost deals with, or the poems are related to, complex, which means not simple. They are very complex. Social, that means problems related to the society, and also philosophical themes. What do we mean by philosophical themes? It is the theories which are related to our society. With that explanation, I hope now you have a good knowledge about Robert Frost. So now let's move on to the poem. So this is the poem which is given to read. Recite the following poem aloud. So this is the activity we need to do. Recite. What do we mean by recite? Yes, recite means read. So read the following poem aloud. So here you are given the poem, and I'm hoping to give you 2 minutes to read it by yourself. But before reading it, I will just give you a brief explanation about what this is. So this poem is trying to convince the listeners that we should not be busy for our friends. Even though we are at any work, when any friend comes to us for any help, we should always talk to them, give them our time, and we should try to help them. So that is exactly what is tried to convey or pass through this poem. So please take 2 minutes and read it by yourself and try to understand. Then we'll read together and discuss the exact meaning. So please read it, taking 2 minutes. Okay, so I hope you had enough time to read it by yourself. So now please listen when I'm reading. Okay? A time to talk. When a friend calls to me from the road and slows his horse to a meaning walk, I don't stand still and look around on all the hills I haven't heard and shout from where I am, what is it? No, not as there is a time to talk. I thrust my hoe in the mellow ground, blade end up and 5 feet tall, and plod. I go up to the stone wall for a friendly visit. Listen again. A time to talk. When a friend calls to me from the road and slows his horse to a meaning walk, I don't stand still and look around on all the hills I haven't heard and shout from where I am, what is it? No, not as there is a time to talk. I thrust my hoe in the mellow ground, blade end up and 5 feet tall, and plod. I go up to the stone wall for a friendly visit. Okay, so I hope you have some understanding, but now I will explain the exact meaning of the poem, considering each line of this poem and also some special words which you may have come across for the first time. Okay, so if we consider the first 2 lines, when a friend calls to me from the road and slows his horse to a meaning walk. So this poem says there is a person, me, that I am the one who is telling this poem. So one of my friends is going in the road on a horse, but he stops to talk to me. So that is what is meant from the first 2 lines. The next 2. I don't stand still and look around on all the hills I haven't hoed. So what do we mean by hoed? Hoed means we prepare the soil to do some agriculture activities. So we use something called the hoe. It is kind of a tool like a rake from which we can prepare or arrange some soil in the ground for agriculture purposes. So using this tool, I was preparing the soil for agricultural work. So from these 2 lines, it says, when I see my friend slowing down to talk to me, I will not be staying wherever I am doing what I have been doing. I will not be continuing whatever I was doing. Instead, I will check on my friend. And also, here it says, and shout from where I am, what is it? No, not as there is a time to talk. That means when I see my friend, I will not be standing wherever I was and doing the work I was doing, and from there asking what it is. But what I will be doing is I will be stopping the work I have been doing and I will talk to my friend. So that is why he said, I will not be continuing what I was doing, but I will give my time to talk with my friend. So before going to talk to the friend, let's see what he does. I thrust my hoe in the mellow ground, blade end up and 5 feet tall. So I was hoeing and I stopped hoeing, and the tool, the agricultural tool, the hoe, I keep it, I thrust means I keep it in the mellow ground. Mellow ground means soft ground because I have been hoeing it. So when I'm hoeing, the ground becomes soft. So I keep my hoe in the soft ground. How I'm keeping it? The blade end up. So this hoe will have a handle of 5 feet and there is a blade end. So I keep the blade end up 5 feet tall. And plod. What do we mean by plod? It is walking slowly. I go up to the stone wall for a friendly visit. You can see here, a friend has come to talk to me and I was doing some work. I was doing my occupation, my job, but still when I see my friend coming to talk to me, I stop my work and I go to talk to my friend. So that is the meaning of this poem, and what the author of the poem wants to convey to us is, whenever a friend comes to us asking for any help, even though we are very busy, we should always try to give some time to my friend and help them. So this poem is giving us some advice to our life. Okay, so now since we have understood the poem, let's do this activity. So in your book, you will see part A. Select the suitable word to complete the following blanks. So you are given 5 sentences and you need to select the suitable words out of these given words and fill these sentences. So I will give you 2 minutes again to work this by yourself and then we will discuss the answer. So take 2 minutes and complete this exercise. Okay, so I hope you might have completed the activity. So now let's look at the answers together. So the first sentence, there are blank lines in the poem. So can you remember how many lines there are in this poem? You can count the number of lines and you will get 10. Second sentence, a rhyming word for walk is blank. So what are rhyming words? Have you heard people using words like cat, bat, sat, mat, pat? Or else it can be send, bend, mend. Or else we can say sit, fit, pit, lit. So what was the common thing in these examples which I told you right now? If you notice, yes, the pronunciation at the end of each word was similar. As an example, if I take two words, cat and sat. So in cat and sat, the first letter is different, but the last two letters are AT. So we have the same sound at the end of the word. Cat, sat, mat, pat. So the sound which made at the end of the word is similar in rhyming words. So I think now you can verify whether the selected answer by you is correct. So we need to find a word rhyming for the word walk. Tall, wall, talk. So which word is a rhyming word? Walk, talk. Walk, talk. Next, the third sentence. The friend comes asking for blank. We have who, horse, help. So the friend came to see me for what? In my explanation, I told you. The friend came to me to get a help. So the friend comes asking for help. Fourth sentence. The speaker is blank. Busy, not busy, sleepy. The speaker means the person who tells this poem. So if you recall the poem, he was doing some work. That means the speaker is busy. The fifth sentence. The speaker is blank, the ground. So as I said, he was doing some work. So which work he was doing? He was weeding, or was he hoeing or sowing? He was hoeing because it was mentioned there he used the tool hoe and he was hoeing the ground. So I hope now you understand the answer for the poem, which means you understand the poem itself. So in part B, it says, read the poem once again and draw a picture depicting the scene described in it. So what do we mean by depicting? That is showing. So we need to draw a picture showing what was mentioned in the poem. So I have given here two such pictures which have drawn by some other persons. So here you can see the friend is in his horse in both the pictures, and this is the speaker or I. So he has been working, and here the wall is also shown. So it was said that I go to the wall for my friend's visit. To talk to my friend, I'm going to the stone wall. So that is what exactly shown in these two pictures. So maybe as homework, you can think of what else you can draw in order to represent this poem and try to draw it. Okay, so now let's move on to the second activity for today. So it is also again from the English Pupils book, activity 1.9, which is in page 10. So let's see what we are going to learn from this activity. You, the students, will be able to extract the general idea of a text. That means we are going to read a particular text and then try to capture the general idea on that text. And also, students will be able to write letters to a pen friend. So you will get to know how to write a letter to a pen friend. So do you know who is a pen friend? A pen friend is a friend who is staying at a distant place. I think I already explained this in a previous lesson also. So during earlier stages, we did not have these telephones, we did not have these emails. So for a distant friend, what we did was we wrote a letter and sent it through post. So in this activity, if you turn to page 10, you will see there is a letter which is written by a kid to his pen friend. Okay, so please turn to your page 10. Here, as usual, I have divided the letter into several parts so that I can read it to you part by part. So let's see what we have to do first. Amita wrote a letter to her pen friend in Russia. Read it aloud. So first we need to read it. So as usual, I will give you 2 minutes. Read the total letter. Right? So here I have shown only the first part, but please take your book and read the whole letter and try to understand what Amita is telling to his friend Svetlana. I will give you 2 minutes. Please read it and try to understand. Okay, so I hope you have read now. So let me read the letter to you. So you can see here, when we are writing a letter, first we need to include our address, and then we need to put the date, and then we need to address the person to whom I am writing the letter, and then we need to write whatever we want to convey to our friend. Okay. So let me read. 5 Vijay Road, Putlam, Sri Lanka, 20th February 2021. Dear Svetlana, thank you very much for your letter and the lovely photographs. Hope everything is going well at your end. I was a little busy during the last few weeks. We had a lot of work to do at school. I prepared a plan to complete all the schoolwork on time. I was so happy to know that you are a nature lover as I am. You have asked me about the extracurricular activities that I am involved in. You know, I am a very active member of the nature club of our school. Every month we plan a special program. This time we organized a beach cleanup. Many people on the beach, including the tourists, volunteered to help us to clean the beach. At this event, the local environmental organization conducted an awareness program to educate the public on the importance of using eco-friendly products. At this program, they spoke about the importance of using eco-friendly paper, cloth bags, and paper cups. Some people bought some of the eco-friendly products that were available there. Interestingly, one foreign tourist shared his personal experience on how he was able to change the attitudes of his neighbors on protecting the environment. By the way, Svetlana, your younger sister looks very sweet. When will she start school? Give my regards to your family. I'm sending some family photographs with this letter. Hope to hear from you soon. Love, Amita. Okay, so from here you can see in the letter when we are writing, we started with our address, the date, and then we address the person to whom I am sending the letter. Then I start my letter by writing or thanking for the previous letter and for some photographs which were sent by the friend. So that is how we need to start. We need to say, I hope you are doing well. So likewise, we have to start the letter with that kind of sentences, and then yes, we can move on to the details such that here Amita has explained some program in which he has involved. So there he gives a lot of details that what he has done and what are the things which is done for the society and such. And at the end, we need to give the regards to all of my friend's family, and then we can end the letter by adding our name. So this is going to be the basic structure of a letter written to a pen friend. Okay, so I hope now you have understood what is in the letter from Amita to Svetlana. So here you are given 5 questions and you need to answer them as part A. So as usual, I will give you 2 minutes to find the answers. So try to find the answers from the letter and write them down, and then after 2 minutes, let's discuss. Okay, so I hope you had enough time to read the questions and to find the answers. So let's discuss the answers. The first question, where is Amita's pen friend from? Where is Amita's pen friend from? So we need to find from where Amita's friend is coming from. So if you read all the texts given to you carefully, you would have seen before the letter you were said that Amita has written a letter to his pen friend in Russia. So the pen friend is from Russia. So you need to write full answers, which I have told you earlier as well. So the answer would be Amita's pen friend Svetlana is from Russia. Amita's pen friend Svetlana is from Russia. Or else you could have written as Amita's pen friend is from Russia. So both are correct. Second question. What did Svetlana send to Amita? What did Svetlana send to Amita? So if you read the first paragraph in the letter carefully, you will find that Svetlana has sent some things to Amita. So did you find it? Yes. Svetlana sent a letter and lovely photographs to Amita. Svetlana sent a letter and the lovely photographs to Amita. Third question. Does Svetlana love nature? Does Svetlana love nature? Support your answer by copying the lines from the letter. So this can be one line or few lines. So we need to see whether Svetlana loved the nature, and also you need to support by extracting the relevant lines from the letter. So I hope you have found the answer. So the answer is yes, Svetlana loves nature. So that is the answer from the first part. Does Svetlana love nature? Yes, Svetlana loves nature. Then we need to support this answer by copying the exact lines. So here we have found one line. So if you read the letter carefully, you would see at the beginning of the letter it is mentioned that Svetlana is also a nature lover. So the exact sentence included in the letter is, I was so happy to know that you are a nature lover as I am. I was happy to know that you are a nature lover as I am. So I am supporting this answer by showing that this was included in the letter. Fourth question. What did the Nature Club members do in February? What did the Nature Club members do in February? Were you able to find the answer? Yes, it was mentioned. So they did a beach cleanup program. So we need to write the answer like this. Nature Club members organized a beach cleanup program in February. Nature Club members organized a beach cleanup program in February. I hope you have got this answer as well. Fifth question. Did the club members sell anything at the beach cleanup? Did the club members sell anything at the beach cleanup? Give reasons for your answer. So just like the previous question, we need to give the reasons. Okay, so this is the answer. Yes, they sold. So we need to write, yes, the club members sold eco-friendly products at the beach cleanup program. So here the question is, did the club members sell anything? But we specify in our answer that, yes, the club members sold eco-friendly products at the beach cleanup program. And I need to give reasons. So I have included here why I'm telling yes, because there was a sentence which included that some people bought some of the eco-friendly products that were available there. Some people bought some of the eco-friendly products that were available there. So this sentence shows that the club members have sold eco-friendly products. Part B. Write a letter to a pen friend asking about her plans for the year. So in this part of activity, you need to write a letter by yourself to your pen friend asking for the plans for the year. So as we read in the given letter, you can start by adding your address first and then the date. Then you need to address to your friend. You can assume some name as your pen friend, and then you need to start the letter by asking how they are doing. And then you can move on to tell them or tell your pen friend what you are currently doing and what you are planning to do within the year. And then you can ask what his or her plans and tell that you are really eager to know them. And then finally, you can ask them to take care of all of his family and also give your regards to the family, and you can end by adding your name. So you can use or stick to the same format which is given in the book, and based on that you can write the letter to your pen friend. So this I hope you can do as your homework for this lesson. Okay, so with that we end or conclude the lesson 6 here. So if we recall what we learned today, so you learned how to identify simple poetic techniques like how we are writing a poem, how we can convey the message to the readers using the poem, and also you learned how to express your ideas. So that is from the poem itself you learned how I need to tell what I feel related to a particular situation. And then being able to extract the general idea of a text. So by reading the letter from Amita to Svetlana, we got the understanding what Amita is telling to his pen friend. So we got the general idea, not the total information in detail, but general idea. And then finally, you are now confident on how to write letters to a pen friend. So this part actually you will fulfill once you do the part B of the activity in which you were asked to write a letter. So as I said, try writing a letter to your pen friend as homework. So I hope everything we discussed during today's lesson is clear to you, and now we can conclude this session. So let's meet in lesson 7 to learn few more things related to English. Thank you.